a zillionth time. I think that was my stomach. Hola mi amigos, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, be sure to click that subscribe button so you can see more of moi. Alright, so today I thought I was going to talk to you guys all about college application tips and tricks and everything you need to know on how to get into that dream school of yours, all in this video. Very convenient, so stop Googling all these questions and just watch this, and you guys will be experts in no time, like moi. I am currently already accepted to a college. It's summer right now, but I'm going to be starting at, drumroll please, Northern Arizona University in the fall. Yeah, you guys probably have no idea where that place is. For me personally, I was a little late with the whole college thing because I actually didn't have a junior year of high school here in America. I actually spent that year living in France, and because French schools are so different than American schools, I was kind of really behind with everybody else because everyone else in my class had already taken their SATs and already toured some schools and gotten their recommendation essays because apparently the people I hang out with are extra overachievers. So I was kind of freaking out, but don't worry, I actually got everything done and I'm now going to school and that's going to be amazing. It's kind of surreal right now. Surreal. It's a funny word. I started out in the summer of my senior year. I studied a lot for the SATs. I registered to take those. I registered to do some college tours to all of the state schools in Arizona because that's where I live. I'm a little desert girl. You're going to then drive to all those schools and you're going to tour them. And let me just tell you a little of what to expect at all of these tours. Once you're finally there at your school on your tour, you might feel like, oh, you're on top of the world and that you're already accepted, but just hold on to your horses there, not quite yet. So a few things you're going to want to consider while you're going on the tour in the back of your mind, so be thinking about this, is how much your school might cost, the location of your school, whether it's a big or small town, how many things there are to do there, because of course studying is a big part, but you want to have a social life and don't want to be bored all the time. Also, you want to find out what kind of academics your schools offer, specifically if it is in the same field as what major you're wanting to go into, because that is going to be very important for you, especially because that's what school's all about, learning. Of course it is. And then lastly, the final thing I was considering while I was on these tours was what quality of life the school has to offer. Is there a big social scene at your school? Is there a lot of Greek life if you're going to go into that? Do the people there seem friendly enough, or are they kind of snobby? So make sure to be thinking about all that when you're going on your college campus tours in the fall. And if you can't go to the tours, it's always a good idea to probably Google your school so you can get a general overview of what the schools are like. I'm also going to give you guys a little leg up on the competition with some of these really helpful websites I was looking at during all my application processes for college. So these websites are the ones that I went to look at ratings and reviews of the colleges and universities that I was looking at applying to. So some of these websites are collegeboard.com. It's kind of professional looking and it's very accurate, I have found out, for the university ratings. And the second one that was also very professional was collegeconfidential.com. It's very helpful, that one too. I found a lot of good information on the universities I was looking at. And then finally, the one that is my favorite, even if it's not the most professional sounding, is niche.com. So that one is actually a bunch of questions and answers all written and posted by students actually attending the university. So instead of getting a nice professional polished look at what it's going to be like from people who are faculty or staff, you get to see what the people who actually are students there are thinking about the colleges. And I thought that was really helpful because I'm a student, not a faculty, so they're going to be my peers and going to be thinking like I'm thinking. So I thought that was more an accurate depiction, even if it is a little less professional. So right now it should be fall of your senior year still. You would have just finished your college tours, you would have done tons of research on those websites about all the different universities you've been looking at. So you're pretty well informed now about where you could possibly be going in 1 year. What you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to start building your high school resume. And by that I mean you're going to want to enroll in a lot of clubs, you're going to want to make sure your academics are really high grades, everything is looking nice, spit, spot, very perfect. And then you're also going to want to start studying some more for those SATs, which will be coming around in October. At least that's when I took mine. I studied in the summer as well, but you should also continue studying through the beginning of your senior year. That's never going to hurt you. And then you're going to take those tests, your scores will come in a few weeks later, and then you'll have those ready to be sent out to all the universities once you're ready to apply to them. Now, you're probably going to want to start narrow it down, because I was really only looking at state schools for me because of expense-wise. So I kind of had about 5 schools I was looking at. There was U of A and ASU and NAU. Those are my top 3, and I had narrowed it down to those 3. So those are the ones I was going to submit my applications to. So then I got started on those applications. So when January comes around, you're going to want to do a FAFSA. So a lot of people don't know what that is, but a FAFSA is actually like a financial aid application, and you basically fill it out on a general website. Just Google FAFSA, it's not that hard. You create an account and you fill out all this information about your family, your status, your income, all these different little facts about you, so that the government can determine whether you are eligible to receive financial aid or not. And even if you're from a rich family, you still need to fill that out, because it also confirms your state status, and also it makes you eligible for things like work study, so you can make money while you're still in school. And you'll probably find this all out if you go to any seminars or anything that are offered by your high school for financial aid like I did, and that's going to be really great for helping you. Also, you're going to want to get recommendation letters from your favorite teachers. So I got those pretty early in the year. I already had some of my favorite teachers picked out, and they wrote me some really lovely letters. Thanks to you guys if you're ever watching this. Helped a lot. You're going to also be starting your admission essays and your admission files in general for your top colleges that you have finally narrowed down. I wrote down my SAT scores, I wrote down everything about me, and I also submitted an essay, a college application essay. The tips on how to write the perfect application essay for your college application forms. So I like to go with these 3 main things to remember when you're writing your essay. You're going to want to make sure that the first thing you write, the title and the intro, are very attention-grabbing. The people who are looking at your college application essays are looking through thousands of those things every single day. So it's nothing personal, but they're going to be very brief at looking at your essay that took you hours, maybe even months to write. They're just going to give it a quick glance, write a few scribbles on a paper rating you as a person, and then move on. So that is why it's so crucial to make sure that your intro and title are very attention-grabbing. The second thing you're going to want to do is demonstrate your knowledge of the school you're applying to. And the third is you're going to want to be able to show everybody your abilities and skills that you acquired during school. That also includes how smart you are and what kind of academics you're interested in, to just give them a good idea of who you are as a person. You don't want to do just the general splab of just, oh, my name is so-and-so from this town and I am here to tell you some facts about my math scores junior year. No, that's going to be boring. They're not going to look at that at all. They're going to forget that in 2 seconds and move on, just like a goldfish. They have the memory of a goldfish. Because at this time of the year, January, February, maybe even March, you're going to want to also get all those scholarships in the bag. So my school offered actually a lot of scholarship seminars and college fairs and things like that, but I always think that's a lot better to go for your local scholarships, because then you're competing against a lot less people, versus if you just Google a general one on the internet, you're going to be competing nationwide and it's going to be a lot harder to get those scholarships. So for me, I got 2 scholarships actually, one that was offered by my university that I got actually for academics when I was applying for the admissions file. And I also got another one that I found at a scholarship fair with my school. I was just really grateful for that, and I was actually very lucky. Not very many people got those scholarships. Scholarships are everywhere, really. There's so many of them out there, and you just have to be brave enough to go and find it and just get that thing down. Alright, so once you have all of those things all mushed together, you're going to want to send them out to your top universities that you have narrowed down. And now all you have to do is cross your fingers and wait for the results. At this point in the year, I had all 3 of my applications sent out, and I was kind of nervous, but just trying not to freak out. And I was basically just going through senior year, enjoying all my friends and all the last things you're going to do, last homecoming, last prom, all those amazing things that I'll treasure forever. And I was just waiting for the results. I actually got into all of the schools I applied to, and I was very shocked actually. So I now had to make a decision. And this was towards the end of the year. It was about close to graduation, maybe like a month out. And I just looked at them all and I made like a list of pros and cons because I'm all like that, I guess. That's just me. And I ended up picking NAU because it was the most financially stable for me. It had the major that I was looking into, a lot of good programs, and it was also like in a very beautiful location, according to their website, the most scenic one in all of Arizona. And I just really had a good feeling about that school, so I decided to go with that one, and I completed the rest of the application for it. I submitted an enrollment deposit, and I was in. Yeah, and then after that came graduation. I submitted my final transcripts, and then everything was just ready to go. And now it is summer before college year. I'm going to be starting in the fall in just 2 months, and I am so excited. I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. I know that if I had a video like this when I was starting high school, my senior year, I would be a lot less nervous than I was. So I'm really hoping that you guys can take some of my advice and go through the college application progress like very smoothly and very calmly and just get everything done. And I really hope you guys get into your dream schools like I did. It was so great getting into college. You cannot believe it until it happens to you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you, like you guys all know, and I hope you guys come back for future videos, like this one maybe. Also, be sure to leave a comment about if this video was helpful and about your college application process. Remember to enjoy your guys' senior year. You only get one, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys!